We've been going back and forth for a century. I want to steer markets,
I wanna set them free.
There's a boom in the bus cycle and a good reason to fear it.
Blame low interest rates.
No, it's the animal spirits. Alright. John Maynard Keynes wrote the book on modern macro, the man you need when the economy is off track.
Whoa.
Depression, recession, now your questions in session. Have a seat and I'll school you in one simple lesson. Boom, 1929, the big crash. We didn't bounce back, economy is in the trash. Persistent unemployment, the result of sticky wages. Waiting for recovery, seriously, that's outrageous. Had a real plan, any fool can understand the advice, real simple, boost aggregate demand. CIG all together gets Y. Make sure the totals grow and watch the economy fly. We've been going back and forth for a century. I want to steer markets,
I wanna set them free.
There's a boom in the bus cycle and a good reason to fear it.
Blame low interest rates.
No, it's the animal spirits. You see, it's all about spinning. Here the register just ching. Circular flow. The dough is everything, so if that flow is getting low, doesn't matter. The reason we need more government spending, now it's stimulus season. So forget about saving, get it straight out of your head. Like I said, in the long run, we're all dead. Savings is destruction, that's the paradox of thrift. Don't keep money in your pocket or that growth will never lift, because business is driven by the animal spirits, the bull and the bear, and there's reason to fear its effect on capital investment, income and growth. That's why the state should fill the gap with stimulus, both the monetary and the fiscal, they're equally correct. Public works, digging ditches, war has the same effect. Even a broken window helps the glass maker have some wealth. The multiplier driven high the economy's health. And if that central bank's interest rate policy tanks, a liquidity trap, the new money stunk in the banks. Deficits could be the cure you've been looking for. Let's spin this on now that you know the score. My general theories made quite an impression. A revolution, I transformed the econ profession. You know me, modesty, still I'm taking a bow. Say it loud, say it proud, we're all conditions now. We've been going back and forth for a century. I want to steer markets,
I wanna set them free.
There's a boom in the bus cycle and a good reason to fear it.
Blame low interest rates.
No, it's the animal spirits. Alright.
I'll begin in broad strokes, just like my friend Keynes. His theory conceals the mechanics of change. That simple equation, too much aggregation, ignores human action and motivation, and yet it continues as a justification for bailouts and payoffs by pose with machinations. You provide them on that cheap credit hog. Don't look for a cure from the hair of the dog. Real savings come first, and if you want to invest, the market coordinates time with interest. Your focus on spending is pushing on a thread. In the long run, my friend, it's your theory that's dead. So sorry there, buddy, if that sounds like an invective. Prepare to get schooled in my Austrian perspective.
We've been going back and forth for a century. I want to steer markets,
I wanna set them free.
There's a boom in the bus cycle and a good reason to fear it.
Blame low interest rates.
No, it's the animal spirits. Alright.
The place you should study isn't the bust, it's the boom that should make you feel leery. That's the thrust. In my theory, the capital structure is key. Malinvestments wreck the economy. The boom gets started with an expansion of credit. The Fed sets rates low. Are you starting to get it? That new money is confused for real loanable funds, but it's just inflation that's driving the ones who invest in projects like housing construction. The boom plants the seeds for that there's too few. So the boom turns to bust as the interest rates rise. Within the cost of production, price signals were lies. The boom was a binge, that's matter of fact. Now it's the value capital that makes up the slack. Whether it's the late 20s or 2005, booming bad investment seems like they'd thrive. You must save to invest, don't use the printing press, or a bust will surely follow an economy depressed. Your so-called stimulus will make things even worse. It's just a matter of the same. More incentives perverse, and the credit crunch ain't a liquidity trap, just a broke banking system. I'm done, that's a wrap.
We've been going back and forth for a century. I want to steer markets,
I wanna set them free.
There's a boom in the bus cycle and a good reason to fear it.
Blame low interest rates.
No, it's the animal spirits. We're done.